Hello, welcome in the kitchen. So glad y'all are here. Y'all can see I'm peeling some potatoes that are on their last legs, or whatever you want to call them. I could probably take them out there and put them in the garden and they'd grow. Matter of fact, one of them's growing in here. So I'm going to have to do something with them or I'm going to lose them. So I'm going to fix potatoes to put in the freezer. Until this one right here's not got much left of it. There's a little bit, so I'm going to use it. We love mashed potatoes. We eat them a lot. Matter of fact, Andy loves a potato about anyway. He loves mashed potatoes and gravy. So I'm going to fix these mashed. I'm going to fix them and put them in the freezer. And then, when we're having something that we want mashed potatoes for, I just have to get them out and pop them in the oven. And y'all, if you've never done this and cooked your potatoes ahead like this, it's great for holidays. Go ahead and fix them. You can fix them a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever in advance. Pop them in that freezer and get them out the day of. Pop them in the oven and you're good to go. But I'm going to show you how I do mine. And you do yours however. You can add different seasonings. You can use them for, what am I trying to say? I call it a cowboy pie. I think it's actually a shepherd's pie, but make it upside down. The potatoes at the bottom, then go ahead and fix your other stuff like a goulash type thing. Put it on the top with some cheese. Look at this one, y'all. It's already growing. Oh, Lord, no, that's an onion. No wonder. But anyway, there's an onion. I'll fix it later. I thought it was a potato growing, but these potatoes are growing. Look at that. Y'all go ahead and hit the subscribe button while we're getting these potatoes ready. And these I'm just putting in a big pot of water right here. I'm going to boil these. You can bake them and then mash them. Lots of different ways that you can do them. You can French fry cut them and bake them and then get them out and then fry them. You can do them that way. So I'm going to get these cut up because I've got a few here. Y'all can see. See, that one is already rotten. Throw him in the trash. So I'm going to get these potatoes cut up and I'll be back after I get this pot boiled, okay? I'm going to add some salt to this water and boil these potatoes. Okay, I've got our pot of potatoes on the stove that we're going to mash, okay? Now then, we're going to fix some French fries for the freezer. And I've got my French fry cutter. Y'all have seen me use this before, I hope. It just makes perfect little French fries. I'm going to throw them right back in that bowl of water because we're going to blanch these for 3 minutes. And then we're going to put them in cold water. And then we're going to freeze them. Well, I just made a mess with some water. Let me grab a towel. My bowl is very full, very, very full. Okay, put that out of there. Now then, I'll try to be a little easier with it as I slosh more out on the counter. Well, that one fell over sideways on me, didn't it? It still fell over sideways. I'll eat that little piece of a potato. Do y'all like raw potatoes? I do. I love raw potatoes. Finally got that one to cut. It's falling over on me. There we go. What you getting out? You gonna get you some squash, buddy? I cooked him some squash last night, and he loves it. He's gonna get it out and put it in the microwave. Try to cook extra at night, so he's got lunch for the next day. All right, I'll get out of your way. About got all these cuts. There's another big potato.
Dad's gonna get a pot.
No. I'm gonna bring those back to a boil and boil them for 3 minutes. There's another one that I missed. Thought I might have missed a few.
That's gonna get a microwave.
No.
Dad's gonna get a stove.
No, you need to be quiet so Mama, they can hear Mama, okay?
Okay.
All right, go sit down and eat your squash. I just turned the timer on for 3 minutes, okay? And when they come out, I'm gonna put them here in the sink and run ice cold water over them, okay? All right, there's the first batch. Let me get this other batch over there and get them put in there. All right, now then, I'm going to toss these right here in this cold water. Turn y'all around just a little bit so you can see me. Yeah, I think y'all can see right here. I want these just to get nice and cold. Cold, cold. This right here is the best way to do this because your hands will tend to break them up because they're a little fragile at this point. But you want to get them cold. I probably should get some ice and put on the top of them and run the water over the ice, over the potatoes. Which I might do that with the next batch. But you don't have to. You can just do it with the cold water. It just takes them a little bit longer. Now then, I've got me a pan here. And I'm putting me a few layers of some dish towels on it. See my pan? Now then, I'm going to lay these out here and let them drain. So I'm going to get them with my hands right like this. Shake off the excess. Put them right up there and let them drain. You want to get as much of this water off of these potatoes as possible. Would you go out and get me a bag of ice, please? Okay, now then, our potatoes are ready. These are cooked through. And these are the ones I'm going to mash. So I'm going to rinse, I'm not going to rinse those, I'm just going to pop them right there and let them drain, put them right back in this pot for a few minutes until I get ready to mash them. All right, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put some butter and some milk on them. Okay, this is batch number 2, and I've got some ice this time. There we go. And then in with the cold water. And I'll probably just run water over these until the ice all melts. Because then I'll know they're good and cold. Got one more batch of these, and then we're going to mix up our mashed potatoes and get those ready for the freezer. Okay, y'all, here's our rest of our French fries, ready to be bagged up once they get good and dry. And here are our potatoes that we cooked to mash. And I'm going to have to mash them in two batches probably, but that's okay. Let me grab me out a big spoon here. And a spatula. All right, I'll put some butter in here. And take that off. I've already put butter on them so it could get to melting, you know, because I needed to finish up those others first. I believe I'll go with about that many right there. I'm going to turn them on, and I have the whip attachment in here. Let me turn y'all around just a little bit so you can see. Can y'all see better? Yeah, I think you can. I've got the whip in here. Like I said, I've already put some butter in there. I'm going to put some milk in there. This is just whole milk. You can use whipping cream. You can use 2%, 1%, 0% milk. You can use evaporated milk, and I do that a lot of times if I don't have fresh milk. Matter of fact, it makes the potatoes really good when you do use the evaporated milk. Okay, I think I lost some audio there for a minute. But I've got our potatoes in here, half of them. And I'm going to add a little more milk because I want my potatoes to be real creamy. I'd already added butter. You can add, this is whole milk. You can use whole milk, 2%, 1%, skim milk, fat-free. You can even add buttermilk if you want to. Buttermilk and ranch seasoning makes them great. You can add mayonnaise. Just about any kind of seasonings you want. I've used evaporated milk. I'm going to turn it up on high because I want them to get real creamy and whipped. And it's going to need a little more milk. We may need a little more butter. Now then, I'm going to taste them and see if they've got enough salt in them. They are so good, y'all. Just so good. I'm going to add a little more milk. Y'all see, I add this milk just a little bit at a time. Teaspoon or a tablespoon at a time, because you can get them too soupy really fast. Okay, let's see if these are about done. It's coming loose. Those are very good. Okay, now then, I've got to do the other. So I'm going to put these in this right here. I've washed it. Look how smooth and creamy those potatoes are. All right, now then, let's go with the next batch. Right into here. So I've got 2 batches of mashed potatoes, and I'll have 2 batches of frozen potatoes that can be used for anything, really. You can put them in a pot and boil them a little bit more and mash them. You can bake them. You can fry them as French fries. You can pan fry them as just fried potatoes. You know, you can do lots of different things. So I'm going to add just a little more milk into this batch and turn it on. Started with it on low. I'm going to grab those potatoes off the edge. So good, y'all. These are good too. We'll add some more butter. Y'all, this is all to taste. You do it to whatever your liking is. Butter, salt, pepper. You can add cheese. That's really good too. Mama used to always made extra mashed potatoes. And we'd have them left over the next night, and she'd put cheese on top of them and put them in the oven. They were really good that way. Just adding some more milk here. You can make potato cakes out of them. You can add them to a meatloaf. There are so many things you can do with mashed potatoes, or just with a potato. Good grief. I can take these potatoes and make potato soup, or add them to a vegetable soup, or so many things you can do with a potato. Just a little bit of milk at a time, tiny little bit, maybe a tablespoon at a time. I'm gonna taste these and see if they have enough salt and get me a clean spoon. I believe this batch could use just a little bit of salt. Just a sprinkling of salt. That's a big lump. See if I can get that to go down in there. There's a lump, potato lump, a couple of them. We don't want lumpy potatoes, do we? Andy, come over here and tell everybody hello.
Hello!
You want to come over here and wave at them on the camera? You want to come over here and look at the camera and wave?
Hello!
Wave. Tell them hello.
Hello!
What's Mama fixing? I said he loves a potato. Any way you fix a potato, he will eat it. Y'all know if you're the cook, you get to lick the beater, right? Those are good. All right, I'm going to let those sit here and cool just a little bit, and then I'm going to bag them up. Y'all know if you're the cook, you get to lick the beater, right? Those are good. All right, I'm going to let those sit here and cool just a little bit, and then I'm going to bag them up and put them in the freezer. Divide these out about two sections. These will be dry here in just a little bit. I can get those bagged up and get those in the freezer, and then we're finished with our potatoes. All right, let's get our French fries bagged up here. Just going to gently lay these over in this bag. They're icy cold and they are pretty dry. All right, there's one bag. You all, these are the handiest little things ever. They're in my description, or in my Amazon storefront. So you all can go find you some of those. They are, my husband even said, gosh, that's the neatest little thing. Because he was putting some things up for me the other night. And he said, gosh, that's nice. They're cheap. They're not much. So I'm going to see if I can just do this way. I think I can. It'll be easier and less handling of them, because I don't really want to handle them a lot. There we go. 2 bags. Of those. Now then, let's get our mashed potatoes in bags, same way, just like this. Except this time, I'm gonna get me out a big spoon. A big scoop here. lay those out flat, just like that on this tray. Because that way they will thaw quicker and they will freeze quicker. There's a little bit more air in there. I'm going to try to get it out. All right, do these the same way. I'll take this tray out there, and then after they freeze, I'll bring them in. And put them in a food saver. Once they're frozen. Okay. Now then. Oh, shoot. Okay. Come back up here. All right, and I'm going to leave those right, that little bite right there. I'm going to eat that for my lunch. All right, there's our potatoes all ready for the freezer. Yum. All right, there you go. Y'all remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a video. That'll be all for this one. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.